And I know better than to open my mouth. No.
Jesus, you're a fucking cat. Let's get you out of the way.
No, and I know better than to open my mouth. No, and I know better than to open my mouth.
Smith for long. You didn't open it. Open it. Open it. Yeah, it's Valentine's, and I thought it'd be fun for us to start living together, or at least for you to feel comfortable to call my place your home. So. I know you are, and you deserve to be, okay? You deserve everything in this world, Ava. You know, and you deserve sesame tofu and Singapore noodles if you want to come by for dinner tonight. Yeah. Open it. Yeah, it's
Just in time for Valentine's Day. It's the busiest week of the year. New girls get all the traffic, so it's a new me, a new name, a new look. I'm athletic and sporty. This one plays a little too young for my taste. See, I add blonde to my tags and 100 guys show up asking me to call him daddy. Oh, I am no longer French. If it helps, my mother was French. Most of it is her story. I inherited and put it to use. There is no loyalty in this business. You all like fresh meat. And you don't tip enough to be a regular. Don't be mad, David. I mean, we're still here, talking. I like hanging out with you. But there is a limit to how deep we go on here. I'm behind this glass right here. Do you see that? And this is fantasy land. Anyway, you are a good guy. I actually like you. Can we start over? How was your day, honey? Don't be angry. Sound mad. Well, tell me about it. You gonna arrest him? One less creep in the world to start. Are you telling me this so I could talk you down? Well, why not do both? Beat his ass and then put him behind bars. Or option C, we play around for a bit and relax. No, you really want to be a regular. We need to consummate this thing, Davy.
Happy Valentine's Day. So, did you get my gift? Yeah. Go on, open it. Was it not your size? Yeah, that was because... Nice roses. What the hell are you talking about? You're my wife. You know what? Look, I'll visit again soon, okay? Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure it does. I will. Love you.
Oh, happy Valentine's Day. Oh, is that what this is? All right, let's take a look. Really? No, I'm sure the size is fine. What am I supposed to wear this on camera for you, or what? Wait for your next royal visit? Last time you were here, we didn't even screw. Look, I've made peace with this. I've made peace with the fact that you're off on some crusade and I'm making do, but don't pretend like, don't send me lingerie. Oh, someone left them for me at work, okay? Don't look at me like that. That's the way Papa used to look at Mama. It's poison. And Mama has been entirely dependent on me for love for 30 years, and I'm not gonna do that to Alba. Look, I'm not talking about any, just don't send me underwear. Okay, well, give us a warning next time, because it freaks Alba out when you just show up. Okay, I gotta go to work. Happy Valentine's. Happy Valentine's.
Yeah, it's Valentine's, and I thought it'd be fun for us to start living together. Or at least for you to feel comfortable to call my place your home. I know you are, and you deserve to be, okay? You deserve everything in this world, Ava. You know, and you deserve sesame tofu and Singapore noodles if you want to come by for dinner tonight. Yeah. Well, happy belated Valentine's, you know. So wait, you do like it though, right? Okay. Wow. It looks great. Yeah? Well, I knew it would look good on you. They said it's real hair, so it has a nice feel, doesn't it? You know, went over there and spoke to him, it escalated. Well, there they are. It's the police. They've come to take me away. So just promise me you'll visit me in prison.
Just in time for Valentine's Day. It's the busiest week of the year. New girls get all the traffic, so it's a new me, a new name, a new look. I'm athletic and sporty. This one plays a little too young for my taste. See, I add blonde to my tags.
Blondes or brunettes? You leg man, tit man, ass man? Good. Well, you sound just like the kind of reformed character with a heart of gold to wake up your Snow White. They're never wrong. Less cynical. You're here to save the planet. All right, review the files from cyber. Natives arrest us. They've been accessing pipeline maps. You got 8 months till the next convergence. Just follow the protocol and stick to the plan. You're going to be the knife that stabs Greenstorm in the heart.
You know, you're pretty smart for a blonde. Yeah, it's too easy.
See, I add blonde to my tags and 100 guys show.
She had the most beautiful blonde hair. I mean, it was so beautiful, it caught the sun like it was gold. It was so beautiful. Well, maybe she becomes one. Just wait and see. All right. So, her father, he liked to tell tall tales. Okay? And one day he boasted to the king that his daughter was so talented that she could spin straw into pure gold. All right? And the king, he called him out on his bluff, and he summoned the girl, and he said that if she could truly make gold from straw, that he would allow her to marry his son, the prince. But if not, he'd chop off her head. Okay? Yeah, because he's a very severe king. Well, I mean, then she'll be a queen, and in the old days, most of the girls wanted to marry a prince, right? So, I like that. Anyway, the king, he locks the girl in a tower with a spinning wheel and a small pile of straw. And he says he's going to return in the morning, all right, to see if she has made the straw into gold. And the night passes, and in the morning, she's given up all hope, right? When all of a sudden, a little small strange man appears, okay? And he asks her if she has any wishes, and she says she wishes to turn the straw into gold, right? And so the imp says he can do such a thing, but first she must give him her necklace. So the girl gives up her necklace, of course, and the imp, he sits at this spinning wheel, and he starts to spin, and he spins, and he spins, and he spins, and he produces this pile of golden thread. And then there's this knock at the door, right? Because it's morning, and he just disappears, and the king comes in, and there's this small pile of gold, and he is amazed. The king is so amazed, but he's suspicious because he thinks this might be a fluke, you know what I mean? So he moves her to a second tower with an even bigger pile of straw. And again, same challenge. Spin the straw into gold by morning or off with your head. So the girl waits and waits all night long, and then again, just before dawn, that little imp appears, okay? And this time he demands her ring. So she, of course, she gives him a ring, and he spins the gold into straw, and then he disappears, and the king comes in, and there's this pile of gold, and the king is almost convinced, but for a final time, he throws her in a third tower with a huge pile of straw, and he says, you got to turn this straw into gold, and he leaves. And yet again, just before dawn, that imp appears. But the girl, she doesn't have any jewelry left, right? So what's she going to do? And the imp says, if you give me your firstborn child, I'll turn this straw into gold. And the girl, she's so terrified that she says, yes, of course, of course. And the imp, he spins the entire huge pile of straw into gold. And right before the king walks in, he disappears, and the king opens up the door, and he's so excited, he can't believe it. He says, truly, you are magical, he says. That's his voice. And then the very next day, the girl, she's married to the prince, right? And despite all the weirdness of this marriage, they actually really like each other. In fact, they fall in love. And 2 years later, that little girl, now a princess, is pregnant. Okay. Thank you for that. Now, in the summer, she gives birth to this beautiful baby daughter. Okay, but her happiness about this new little girl, it's short-lived, because guess who comes back? The imp. The imp reappears, and he says, I've come to collect my reward, he says. And the baby is mine. And the princess, she sobs, and she offers him like all the riches in the kingdom. But he insists. He says, I want that baby. And she begs him, please, to. And finally, the imp says, okay. If you can guess my name within 3 days, you can keep the baby. But if not, the baby is mine, as we agreed. And he leaves, and the princess, she is distraught. I mean, she immediately sends all of her staff and her servants out into the kingdom to figure out this little imp's name. But by midnight of that first day, no one's been able to track down anything, or the creature, or his name. And the imp, he appears, and he asks her, what is my name? And she guesses, is it David? And he laughs. He says, no, 2 more guesses. And he leaves. And the next day, nothing. Nobody comes back with any information. And he arrives again at midnight. And she guesses this time. No, it's not. He says, no. Laughs the imp, okay? He says no, and he leaves. It's not Stephen. And the next day, the princess is so upset because she doesn't know what to do. She only has one more guess, one more day. And so she leaves the baby with her servants and she just walks into the forest because she's so worried she's gonna lose her baby. And she wanders and wanders all day, and into the evening, she wanders, and suddenly she comes on a small clearing, okay, in a little field. And in that little field is a little tent, and in the center of it, there is a little small fire, and she hides. She hides behind a bush. And out of the tent, to her amazement, out comes the imp. And he's dancing around the fire, right? And he sings, today, plans I make. Tonight, the baby I take. The princess will never win the game, for Rumpelstiltskin is my name. And smiling to herself, the princess runs back to the castle because she heard his name. And that evening, the imp arrives, right? And he's kind of gloating, and he asks her his name. And the princess kind of looks sad, she's kind of pretending to be sad, and she gnashes her teeth a little bit. But then she looks him in the eye and she says, your name's Rumpelstiltskin. And the imp, his eyes bulge, and he looks like he's gonna burst, and his head goes, red. He shakes it like he's gonna explode, and all of a sudden it's, do you think he should? Okay, well, then Rumpelstiltskin ran away and he never came back. And the princess became queen, and her daughter grew up to be a wonderful queen in her own right, and everyone lived happily ever after. Yeah? Yeah. That's a good question. I don't know, maybe he was lonely. It's just a story. You do? I guess. Now that you mention it, most of the people in the story were bad. You would? Okay. Well, honey, I have to go out, I'm afraid, so. But yeah, you got your glowworm, right? Oh, I love that name. That's a great name. All right, come here. Give me a kiss, real quick. Mwah. Love you, kid. Night, night.
Who had long blonde hair that people said looked like gold. Yeah, sure, why not? There was a girl called... Okay, so Emma, she has long blonde hair. And she really wants to marry the prince. But she's just a farmer's daughter, right? Well, one day the king comes riding through her village to water his horses, and she hears about it, and so she urges her father to go to the king and boast about his daughter and her long, beautiful hair. And while he's doing that, she quickly throws on some of her best jewelry, but when her father stands before the king, he gets really nervous and he misspeaks, and he tells the king that his daughter can spin straw into gold. And the king is intrigued. He asks the girl to confirm, is this true? Can you spin straw to gold? But she wants to win the king's favor, so Emma says, yes, I can spin gold from straw. But the king's no fool. So he decides to call her bluff, and he proposes a challenge. If you can turn straw into gold, you may marry my son, the prince, but if not, you will be exiled, which means kicked out. Well, Emma, she's unable to refuse such an offer, so she accepts. And the king takes her to his castle, and he locks her into one of his towers. And there in the tower room is a spinning wheel. with a large pile of straw. And he says he'll return in the morning to see if she can actually spin this straw into gold. Well, Emma, she spends all night trying to think of some excuse or, clever way to get out of this situation. But as dawn approaches, nothing. She really starts to worry. And that is when a strange man appears. And he asks her if she has a wish. And she says, I wish to turn this straw into gold. And he says, I can do that, but you must give me your necklace. Well, the girl quickly takes off her necklace, and the imp sits at the spinning wheel, and he starts to spin, and he spins.
To my honey, I'll cruise.
Above the silver moon. You have a beautiful voice.
See, I add blonde to my tags and 100 guys show up asking me to call him daddy. If it helps, my mother was French. Most of it is her story. I inherited and put it to use. I am no longer French. If it helps, my mother was French. Most of it is her story. I inherited and
You don't know Emma like I do. She's not as tough as she thinks she is. You are such a good husband. You need to be here. Your daughter needs to feel like a part of a family.
Okay, Mama, could you go check on Alba in the bathroom, please?
Sure. Bye, David. Sure.
Okay.
I'm pleased to meet you, David. There's too many questions, David. Most guys, they pop on, pop off. Okay, 50.
With 50 men, you could keep them all subjugated and make them do whatever you like. True history of America. Yeah, well, I'm still making my way through that one, so sorry. All right. Wait, whoa, wait a minute. You said take the top book off the pile. What's wrong with that one?
Red Lord 55. I missed you too. Hi, Sandman Extra. Thank you. Red Lord 50. Five. Okay, 50.
So did you, wait, you're not hiking any prices up on me though, right? Wait, look me in the eye? Look me in the eye? You hiking any prices up on me? Yeah. No, look, hey man, it's not even about the price. I don't care about the price. I care about whether or not I can trust you or not. Okay? Because I'd be happy to pay 50. Let me just let that be known. You got it. Now here's the deal, okay? You're gonna meet me tomorrow at our favorite restaurant. Okay, it's gonna be 1 o'clock. My treat. Good. Wear something nice. Take that thing off, okay? Yeah. Okay? Because I'd be happy to pay 50. Let me just let that be known. You got it. Now here's the deal, okay? You're gonna meet me tomorrow at our favorite restaurant. Okay, it's gonna be 1 o'clock. My treat.
It's gonna be like 50 per. No. 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 Okay? David, I'm not. Look, you know I'm not. I can see what I can do, but I mean, can we just at least call it 45? Like, okay. All right, thanks, man. I appreciate that. It's good. No, no. Okay. 1 o'clock. All right, I'll be there. Or something nice? This doesn't look good to you? Go to hell, David Miller.
Five. I missed you too.
Yeah, I wanted the Red Iggy Pop record, and she said they'd have to order it, but then she asked me why I wanted the remix when the original's the best. She's very pretty. Something like that. No, because I'm a collector and I have a thing for colored vinyl. But honestly, I do prefer Pop's remix of Gimme.